Now, just like generic classes, we can also create generic functions or methods. So let's define a function called wrapInArray. We give it a value of type number. And in this function, we simply wrap that value inside an array. Pretty simple. Now we call this function, give it a number, and get an array of numbers. Now with this implementation, we cannot pass a string value, and this is where we can use generics to make this function generic or reusable. So right after the function name, we type a generic type parameter like t, and then use that as the type of value. Now, if we pass a string, we get a string array. If we pass a number, we get a number array. Very useful. Now, this function could also be a method inside a class. So let's define a class called arrayUtils. Then we move this function inside this class. Now here we have to remove the function keyword because we use that only for defining standalone functions. So inside classes, we don't use this keyword, okay? So inside classes, we don't use the function keyword, okay? Now we can create a utils object, new arrayUtils, and here we call utils.wrapInArray. Or we could make this static, and you know that static methods belong to classes. So with this, we don't even have to create the utils object. We can directly say arrayUtils.wrapInArray. So this was generic functions. Next, we're going to talk about generic interfaces.